Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed.
Oh, yeah, let's cut it out.
But we were talking about something for half an hour on the pod, yeah? And then at the end of the pod, Robbie's like, the uncle mode comes in, innit? Like, yo, I think you should cut out that first 30 minutes of pod, man. I'm like, no, the whole 30, blood. He's like, yeah, you know what? He's like, you're not even saying nothing wrong, but people will find something about it and
that's the annoying thing about society.
But when are we going to reach the stage where we don't care? Because you know it's got to be a group decision.
Bro, for me,
it can't just be one man. It's got to be everyone.
No, it can't be.
It's got to be a union.
The only man who, like, you saw, like, Tate was doing what he was doing, and now you get me, like, so that's what happens when you say what you really want to say.
No, but we had a conversation outside about our views on Tate.
Yeah. Free Tate, blood. I don't believe it. Free Tate.
No, it's not about the believing or not believing. My issue is what the impact is having on the younger generation.
Yeah, you were saying that in the school.
Like, schools are having a problem teaching kids. No. You say,
but there's other things that, you know what I've got to say to you though? There's other things that they're teaching in schools that I don't think they should.
No.
Cool, I don't want to talk about that.
Agreed. But
X go give it to you.
No. But my take on that is, if this is the future that our kids are going to be raised up in, they should teach it. Reason being, because they never taught us in school, that's the whole confusion.
No, but I hear what you're saying, Taze.
What we were raised in, we were never taught that. So a lot of us are stuck in our ways. A lot of us are already conditioned. But if this is what we're transitioning into, listen to the choice of words, then I believe the kids should be taught that.
Yeah, but
not saying to the extent of like for example, like the spectrum is for us was like 2. Then as we got older, it developed into I think 5 or 6. Now it's like 42. I'm like, yo, even my mom's going to be like, what is...
No, but Taze,
like,
we don't understand this. You got to look at it like this, yeah? You can teach kids. That's fine to teach kids whatever. But it's the taking the power away from the parents. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, ultimately, this is my child, not yours. My child doesn't belong to the state.
No.
My child belongs to me.
Okay. But when are you parents going to teach your kids this if this is what's happening? No. What I'm saying is, if this is the society is happening right now, in their mind, these modules that they're introducing into schools, they're seeing as it's happening right now. I'll give you an example, yeah? Real life example. I do events, bro, yeah? And we used to do guest lists. And we used to get men and women sending in names. One time we moved to a venue where they had like a members club and there were people that were part of that members club that were non-binary. And one of them complained and was like, so where do we send our names? And it never crossed my mind until that moment. I'm not a man. I'm not a woman. I want to come to your event. Where do I send my names? So the venue are running around like, yo, we might have to pull your event because like, look at this. And I'm like, it's not an issue because we can change the language, but we just didn't know this was an obstacle.
Yes, but Taze,
now that we know, we move forward and we've changed.
But Taze, that's different because that's you saying, all right, I'll just put a non-binary section.
No.
That's calm.
No, but what I'm saying is, wait.
If someone's telling you now, like, you have to do this. It's a very different because I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I've changed it.
No, I understand. But what I'm saying is the language is different because some people's like. Don't get me wrong. There's bare different people that have different views. So maybe the loudest are the ones who are mad extreme with it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are like, no, we understand that you lot is going to take time because even the toilets, toilet. Like, the venue changed their toilet. So, one time I walked in...
Because my girl went into a toilet and she said, yo, babe, it's a unisex toilet.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Yeah.
She's like, yo, there's man pissing in there, there's gal. She said, yo, I walked in, I walked back out.
Yeah.
She said, I don't feel comfortable. I said, and I agree with that. I don't think there should be a unisex toilet.
But if
I don't think a man should go into the same bathroom as a female.
But if this is the future that we're going into, the way they're going to design toilets is there'll be a public sink.
Yeah.
Where you wash your hands.
Yeah.
But the cubicles,
and then there's cubicles where it's a close off.
Yeah.
But even like that for me, like I think like I'm not like.
But okay,
I don't know. This might sound pro woman. You get me? But I think the gallum should have their own privacy.
No, I hear what you're saying.
You get me? Because they have. You get me? They have more.
Yeah,
private parts than us. They have periods, and we don't have that, bro. Like I think the gallum should have their own space.
But that's because that's how we were raised.
No, but it's
because what?
It's
religious as well. Because it's like even we're going a bit political.
No. But what I'm saying is you're not wrong. You're not wrong for what you're saying. What I'm saying is if the future is going to be unisex toilets, for the kids now, they should get used to it now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but I hear what you're saying, but the problem is...
But even my youth would be like, yo, Dad, imagine man went toilet and then
but that's because
J. Dean's in there.
But that's because of what he was used to.
But Taze, you're forgetting, it's nothing to do with what people are used to. It's to do with the Wrongens. That's what we're talking about.
Because there's always
everywhere.
That's my point.
Yeah, you could prevent
there's more
things from happening.
Yeah, there's more
because
opportunities.
imagine, God forbid, it's just one man and one young girl in there, and then that one man in there is a nonce, and then what? Because there's a unisex toilet, you're making it easier, blood. And there's no cameras in a toilet.
Because think about this here. If you go to a toilet,
there's a privacy in it.
If a woman walks to a toilet and sees a man in the toilet, for example, now she can be like, what are you doing in here? She can run out, it's avoided. Whereas if that's a toilet where man and women can go, she won't know if he's on a mad thing because he's
allowed to be here.
Allowed to be in there. So he can just, I'm not saying...
you know, opportunists as well. The man will see that as an opportunity.
Okay, again...
That's the issue for me.
I don't even have daughters.
I don't care about a unisex toilet because whatever it is, what it is. But I'm just saying for opportunists that want to prey on people, they can just wait in the toilet at a quiet moment or a quiet time when not as many people are around. And that's all I'm saying. That's my only issue.
But in the grand scheme of things, is that not an extreme situation?
No, because SA happens to people. And remember, put it this way.
SA and ours is happening all the time.
Even if it's just one or two women.
Look at the drink thing they got now. Like, I'll give you a story. My girl's cousin, she goes to uni in Nottingham. And then she went out on a night out. She's out with her gal. Somebody stabbed her. But when they stabbed her, they've drugged her. So then they're getting her now, about to put her in the cab. Luckily, some random youth who don't even know my girl's cousin has said like, yo, this girl looks a bit drunk. Like, yo, you're not going with her, bro. And she's like out of it. She's like, and he's like, nah, it's my gal, it's cool. And he's pulled her away like and said, nah, you're not going. And sat her down, got in her bag, got her phone. Then like somehow got in her phone. And then like started ringing people like, yo, rang her mum, yo, rang, yo, get any of your friends around, someone come pick her up.
That's a good
This
guy,
is Nottingham, bro.
Yeah.
She's 19, blood.
And
they got this thing where you can just walk up to a gal and just prick her in her arm. And because you're in a club, everything's close. Man bunks you, you're going to just think, oh, sorry. You're not going to know that she had to get a HIV test and all them things because the blood.
Yeah, straight in the blood.
Obviously, she bust case because everything come back, Chris. But you understand? Like,
and also, I know you're saying it's an extreme case, but even if it's one girl a year, that's enough.
That's enough, blood.
That's enough, bro. So that's my thing. And also, back to the school thing, my thing is, I feel like it's great that you teach kids everything because they have more knowledge than we will have because our generations before are very closed-minded with certain things. That's cool. But my thing is how you teach. Because at the end of the day, if I'm an atheist and you're trying to teach my kid about Jesus Christ or Islam, in my household, we're atheists, bro. I don't care what you're teaching over there. This is nothing to do with, nothing personal to the school. The life we live, I pay the bills. My child is within my care. We don't believe in God around here. So at the end of the day, that parent is within their right to say, I don't need to teach my kid about
but certain topics are a bit
difficult to discuss. I'm just saying in general.
Being aware, being taught.
Being taught about it is fine.
It's different to trying to convince.
But being told this is what you have to is very different to. Remember in religious education, you learn about Judaism, Islam, Christianity. But they didn't tell you have to be Muslim or you have to be...
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the conversation
they just told you about it.
The conversation that my daughter, because we had this conversation the last parents' evening, because she mentioned it that, what's this whole like conversation around gender and like the war? And I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, well, we had a lesson today where they were talking about would we be influenced by certain products if it was coloured a certain way in regards to like, like old school adverts will make, if it's targeted, toys are targeted at boys, it predominantly blue and women and girls would be pink. So she was like, they were discussing whether we'd be influenced if it was green or purple. And I asked her, would you? She was like, if I like the product, I don't care what colour it is. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl playing with it. If I like it, I want it done. So she was confused why they were even having this conversation. So I had to explain to her that when I grew up, more time, if it was targeted at boys, it would be blue. And if it was targeted at girls, it'd be pink. And she was like, oh, okay, I understand why the colours were important now. So now it's just like awareness, but it hasn't got as deep as like for example, the post that went viral on Shade Bar the other day where they're talking about teaching year 8s and year 9s how to masturbate and all them things there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I remember when we was in year 6, they showed us how to put a condom on, but they never taught us how to masturbate.
Even then, the condom thing, you was laughing at the teacher.
Yeah, because when they
it was
put
never a serious teacher.
when they pulled out that little flipping fake dildo, then you got to rub it. Like, man was like, brother, like, I'm not touching that. Like, whoa, bro. Whoa, miss, that's that. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like, yo, man.
I remember my school, they showed us a video of a woman giving birth. Bear man threw up.
Bro, I remember the first time then they showed, I remember when we had sex ed in year 6, yeah? It was every Monday, 11 o'clock. And then like we had this, like we never had a door. We had it was like a pull thing. And then they'd pull it shut, it was like a wardrobe shutter thing.
Okay,
yeah. So they'd shut it, yeah, and so no one else could walk past and see in it. Blood, I remember the first time we saw titties like in front of our teacher, blood. The whole class started busting up.
Like, we had a supply teacher.
All the girls were like, why are they showing the boys the tits? Like, we were like, look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Even mentality-wise, kids are quite young. Like they'll just start laughing when they see certain things.
Bro, we had a supply teacher, I think in year 10 or year 11, yeah? And it was a supply teacher. She was only there for like 2 weeks from Australia or whatever. The first thing she said was, I used to be... You know when they introduced themselves? She was like, yeah, so I've come from directing and I decided to give back to the kids, so I become a teacher. Obviously, one of the men was like, directing? What were you directing? Porn? And then the teacher's answer like, something along the lines of like, I'm not agreeing with you, but I'm not also disagreeing. In the man name's mind, Blue movie. Straight, like, you are doing Blue movies.
You're right.
Brother.
Just deny it and say just films.
She never got respect from any of the students. Like, every time people knew they were going to like, what I used to direct porn? Oh, fuck her, man. She lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah, but she done it to herself.
Yeah. In my mind, like, why would you say that?
Brother.
Yo, like,
are you dumb?
A bunch of year 11s.
Like, that's
yeah, she
dumb,
fumbled. She wanted to be like down with the kids. So let me just be transparent. Nah, didn't work. But in my mind, I was like, "Rah, she really said that." She just said, these times she might not have been directing porn. It might have just been like risque content. We don't know, innit? But the way she answered,
Man said the Manual 4.
Aye.
Remember them films?
in her mind, porn. 2 weeks. She lasted 2 weeks, and that was it.